You guys are trying very hard under Jetsunma to keep this KPC alive, right? Not just to empty KPC, but right, feel. So it is a very challenging job. Why it is challenging? Because it is the Dharma, and in the degenerating time, so it is difficult to uphold the Dharma. That is why it is called degenerating time. Otherwise, it's not degenerating. You have, the more your cars are becoming better each and every year. Your cell phone is becoming better every year. You have 3G, 4G, maybe 5G is on the way. And then what else? Yeah, even those trains that I took is becoming better. So everything is becoming better in that sense. So it's not a degenerating time. But then if we think about, the Dharma-wise, so in that regard, it is degenerating time. Sometimes when I see that how many people are engaging in the Dharma practices, it is very obvious, Our Dalai Lama is known as the Buddhist rock star, right? So you compare his group, that when he's teaching in New York, then let's say that at least 3,000 people showed up to his show, right? Buddhist rock show. But then, if it is a real rock show, when I look at all those TVs, then you see that there are thousands of them, right? Many. So if you compare the crowd of that our Buddhist rock star is able to bring together, and then a real rock star bringing together, then you see that the interest of our regular life and then the Dharma. So if that is the interest, then people who want to practice Dharma, who want to help Dharma, is also fewer. So in that kind of a difficult situation, if we try our best with the right motivation to keep the Buddha Dharma at least as an in this center, always providing some kind of a Dharma activity, so that would be accomplishment, right? Providing, sort of making space for ourselves to practice Dharma. So that itself, it would be some kind of an help, right, in this degenerating time. So we cannot expect some kind of a miracle happening, like a big bang happening. But what we have to do is you can chip in piece by piece and then keep on surviving. So if it is surviving for how many years now? Almost 30 years, 20 something. Yeah, 25 years. So then keeping KPC alive for 25 years is a big accomplishment. Now it's maybe your responsibility, not my responsibility, to keep for another 25 years, and then somebody will come up to keep for another 25 years. So it will keep on multiplying, so that it provides a place to practice Dharma. It can be a place where people connect with Dharma. So that connection, so sometimes you may feel that there are people who just come for one, just one time, and then you never ever see that person. Sometimes they come here and stay for a few months and leave. Sometimes saying good things, sometimes saying bad things. So don't worry, just in that mind stream, so that Dharma connection is created. Like the story that we read in the words of my perfect teacher, that the wolf, or was the pig, right, was being chased by the wolf, and then he just circumambulated one stupa, and that cultivated the seed of enlightenment. So likewise, so people, that's why in our teaching is saying that, whoever is connected with me in an virtuous way or in a negative way. So this is what the bodhisattvas say in their prayer. Dala Sangin Delwa Tokse. Sangbui Delwa is saying that good connection, and the Nyenpi Delwa is saying that bad connection, negative connection. So whoever is connected to the Dharma in a positive way or in a negative way, no matter what, it is connection. So that positive connection sometimes can bring result much, faster. The negative connection can be that result for time being may seem as negative, but ultimately it will turn to be a positive connection. So, however people are connected to KPC or to Dharma in a positive way or in a negative way, I'm not saying that there are people connected in a negative sense, but it is a connection to Dharma. So think in that way, try to think in that way, right? So that would be a way of providing some kind of help, some kind of connection to the Dharma, because Dharma is the truth, and then by connecting with Dharma you can have the temporary happiness, and then ultimately the permanent happiness. It is the source of the worldly happiness and then the transcendental happiness. So that is one reason why I'm saying that connection with Dharma is important, and you guys are doing that. So whatever we do, always as our holiness did, always keeping Dharma in his mind, and then doing that according to Dharma. So then that was his agenda. That was his way of doing things. So if we also follow his footsteps and do the same thing, then definitely in long term there will be, I think, accomplishments. Otherwise, then if we get involved with some kind of a mundane, motivation, and then mundane way of looking at different things, we may create more unconducive situations. Especially, I think, this couple of years, we have to be more careful, more cautious. It's almost like a big family when your head of the family is gone, right? So what happens is then people are there who wants to be head, and then some are appointed as head, and then you don't want to accept that head as your head, and then all these things happens in the regular life, right? Like having a new boss. So what you do is, somebody told me, either you was that, lead, follow, or quit, right? Very nice. So when someone is leading you, you don't want to follow and you want to lead, or then somebody wants to lead and you don't want to follow. So there are only these three options, looks like, right? Lead, follow, or quit. But then quitting part is the last option. Right? So there can be some kind of I guess in reality they may not happen, but in our mundane perception, then there can be some kind of like some unfavorable conditions which may appear. So that time it is, I would say that very important to be cautious and think about the Dharma. So so if we think about Dharma, think about our holiness, His kindness, and then all these problems can be appearing as a problem can be solved. So if we don't think in the Dharma wise, then there will be always different obstacles, I guess. So that's all I have to say.